Slurply diddly do. Oh, I almost didn't even say the right word. Thank you everyone for your lovely comments. Hope everyone's doing great. This is going to be a really quick video today, just about sub bass and sub levels. I'm trying to get around to all of your comments, and everyone has different things that they want to ask and different confusions, and I'll just try my best to clear up any questions and things relating to mixdowns in electronic music, drum and bass or whatever. Powerful, loud, dynamic, clear music is what we're after. That's the goal. I just wanted to highlight a couple of comments today. DJ Physics says you should really put all these ideas and videos into a package to sell. All your videos are proper. Thank you, mate. Old school junglist, trackers, AKIs, emus, and headache of MIDI. I can't relate to being 53, but great to know you're a junglist, brother. I learn something new here every video. That's very awesome to read that. Inside the box. Thank you for your time and effort, brother. You're welcome. So this kind of knowledge share when it comes to mixdown and stuff like that is something I struggled with for like 14 years, you know, and I think it's something that should be freely available to people. So when it comes to this sort of stuff, like, you know, setting your levels right, you know, like the whole goal of like getting a clear dynamic mix down, I think that's any information I can provide on that, I'm happy to do that for free, because I think what it really comes down to becoming a good producer is how creative you are, you know, with your ideas and writing music that's very personal, a personal expression of you. And so I don't think that having a lack in knowledge of mixdown should be something that gets, you know, that stops you from being able to do that. So thank you, but I won't for this kind of content. I don't intend to package it and sell it. If you want to support, you're more than welcome on Patreon, because I have over there, as you can see, we have 274 members now, and I've done 420 posts there with other tutorials and other videos and behind the scenes bits and bobs. So that is the way that if you want to support, then you can if you'd like to, but it's not obviously mandatory, and I will continue to share knowledge on YouTube for free anyway. So the question I wanted to come around to today is from Appleplexia Music. I don't know if I said that right. Really great video for some questions. Number one, how loud can you get your mix with just a clipper like this? So this is referring to yesterday's video about clipping for loudness. And the simple answer is as loud as any professional song. I use the clipping method like that on all of my tracks, in the mastering process as well, and I've used that, yeah, for all of my releases. So you can check out my tracks on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, wherever, and see if you think they're loud enough, and that's how loud it goes, you know. So I understand why you're sort of asking the question, because you feel like maybe it's too easy or too good to be true, or the whole concept is really just getting your mix down so great that you're able to then gain it up to such a high volume. So you're not gonna like push everything into the clipper so loudly at the beginning and everything's going to be perfect. It's all a refining process, you know. So you boost things into your clipper, you get to a point where you can't really go anymore because it's starting to distort, and then what is being revealed in your mix down, what is there still to do, what work is there still to be done, because this is the whole problem where I've noticed from the one-on-one sessions that I've done, because I've taught loads and loads of students. And the repeating problem that comes up again and again is people having a load of stuff on their master, me having to take it off, and then when I take it all off, I can hear all of the problems in their mix. And the thing is, people just don't necessarily want to spend so much time and effort getting their mix down perfect, or they're just not able to because they're not able to hear the exact things that are causing conflicts and issues within the mixdown yet, because they just haven't put enough time into training their ear yet, which is fine, and it's all a learning process. We're all in the same boat, and but we can all get there. The boat arrives on the island at some point. It just takes different amount of time for different people. Okay, so never lose hope. Just keep sailing forward. So with regards to how loud can you get your mix with just a clipper, literally to the loudest, clearest volume that you'll ever need, and you'll use that method and you'll figure out what needs to be done in your mix down, and you'll come back to your mix down. You'll make adjustments. You'll gain yourself some extra headroom. You'll boost it further. You'll get even louder. Then you come back again, and you think, oh, okay, it's better, but there's still a bit of work to be done. And so it's just a repeating process of, you know, boosting your clipper, finding that balance, and then seeing what still needs to be done in the mix, going back and tweaking that. Unfortunately, there's no shortcuts in music production. So for the clearest mix down with the best dynamics, you have to just keep putting in your work. It's like training and going to the gym. You know, you can't, like, there are going to be problems if you choose to use like steroid injections or things like that, like putting stuff on your master channel that it gives you like an instant power up. You know, it bypasses the problem that you haven't built a sturdy foundation of discipline and proper muscle tearing and growth. You know, in a controlled, slow and steady time frame, you know, and that is the same way with mastering the art of the mixdown. Okay, the clipper is just there to give us that ceiling, and all the rest is up to us with our mixdown, getting the mixdown perfect, and just training our ear and just clearing up details and being better, more aware of what sounds we're using and how they're composed together. Okay, and just through all of that, really smashing our composition, sound selection, and mixing skills, and using the clipper, we're able to achieve a professional loud sound without any issue. Okay, so just keep at it. Don't bypass the hard work. How do you account for the subs? Will they not distort like crazy if you push them too loud into the clipper? Now I can demonstrate this now here on Logic quite simply. The answer is no, because I've got a sub here, and let's just say I sort of team it up with my drums and stuff like that. It's not distorting or clipping or distorting like crazy, and the level of the sub is absolutely in a perfect position here. So what I always advocate for my students and people who come and learn with me is that using span as the tool by which you measure the final output of the frequencies, you know, because, you know, we talk about the clipping, getting a perfect mix down and everything, but span is something that comes on at the end, and it's the final check. You know, it's the final, where are the frequencies sitting? It's our final sort of result, the result of the audio. Yeah. And so if I play the whole mix, you can put any song, any professional song you've got, like of a download that you've grabbed from Beatport, whatever, put it in your project, look at it on span, and what you'll notice is the span will show you the result of the frequency content, and you'll always notice in most modern electronic music tracks that the sub bass will tend to sit somewhere around the -30 and the -36 range, so within this channel. And so if you just aim to have your sub bass in that exact volume level, as you can see I've done here, then you know you're in the gold. You know, you're in the ballpark of where the sub should be sitting. Because remember, the output that we're seeing on span is the final result, and that's the most important thing, is looking what the final result is. You know, obviously hearing the final result as well, but using your ears and your eyes, you can see in most tracks at what level the sub sits, and if you aim for that level and you can hear that it is also fine, then you've done a perfectly good job. You know. And I can I've used a sub bass here, which is just the sine wave from Vital, and I've just done this as a demonstration. You know, you could say the sub bass is too boring, it needs character, la 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 la. I'm just doing it as a demonstration for the actual low end of your track. You know, just a sine wave with nothing on it, and just boosting the volume on that. And you can see on the actual channel here, it's not actually even going up to 0 anyway. It's actually at -4 or -5, something around there. And I've actually already boosted it, you know. So I've actually boosted it into the clipper here because I've got a clipper on, but it's not really activating the clipper yet anyway because it's actually still under 0. You know, so it's not really even reaching the limit of clipping, which is quite crazy because when you see on span, I've already hit that range of where a sub bass should sit in a track that you'll see on professional tracks. It's already in that that loud, powerful range without having even reached 0 on my channel. You know, so it's not really an issue for the sub. Just as long as you pay attention to where your sub is volume wise, and then obviously the key thing is making sure that it is not conflicting with anything else in your track. So just by slapping on a cheeky little side chain for my kick, so the kick doesn't interrupt with it too much. You know, I can hear the sub and the kick separately. They both sound fine, and on span then, you know, my sub is still in that range and I can hear it clearly and it's not distorting. So it's not a problem. If you were to really smash the sub into a clipper, you know, really turning it up, I mean, yeah, then you've got that clipping issue that you're referring to when I'm boosting it up so high. But it never needs to be that high anyway. You know, that's then already over the 30 range, and we don't need it to ever be that loud. I can boost it up to 3 dB higher here, and it's sort of at the top of the range of the volume chart here in my sort of channel that I like, the -30 to -36. This is on the default setting of span. It's really high in that loud volume range, and it's not distorting at all. So it's absolutely fine. You'll be able to do that, no problem. It's all just making sure that your mixdown is clean. Once your mixdown's clean, you can boost the volume of the sub to the correct level, and there won't be any issues with you distorting it by clipping it. You know, as you see, it's not actually even reaching 0 anyway. So okay, that's this little video cleared up. So quick recap. Yes, you can get the loudest, most powerful mixdown should you ever desire just by using the clipping method. It's all in the mixdown details. You'll reveal what's wrong when you boost up the volume. You'll go back and you'll fix it in your mix, and then you can gain headroom and keep boosting higher, and you can keep coming back, boosting higher, and that's how you'll train your ears, and eventually your mixdowns will be so good that you don't need anything on the master because you've smashed the mix down and you've turned the volume up and you're good to go. Secondly, with the sub bass, you're probably going to have issues with it distorting if you're using something that's not a clear, good sub bass like a good sine wave, or if you've got too many other conflicts going on in your mix down. But as it's on its own as a sine wave, you're perfectly able to push that up to the volume where it will sit in a perfect sort of electronic music mixdown. You can push that up yourself. You haven't got to do any extra work. Just set the volume in that range and then make sure you build the rest of the mixdown to fit around it, and you'll be fine. Thank you very much for watching, my G's. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. More from me very soon. Take care. Much love.